When I was 23, I died. And it was a violent death. And I left my body. I had one of those near-death experiences that now we have 10 million other people having had experienced. And I left my body. And it was very important. I had a life review. I hadn't done anything particularly exciting or big. I was a young thing, a young whippersnapper. And I was going back home. Now, on my way over there, there was a light, a tunnel. And this was back when I was 23. I mean, nobody knew anything about this stuff. I didn't know anything about this stuff. And I was met by a man who said, "It's not your time." Now, I didn't have any memory of where I'd been. I was just going. I felt like I was being pulled by my heart towards this wonderful place. And I was encompassed in all that is, at that moment, all this innate intelligence. It was fantastic. And tremendous love. And I just wanted to go home. And this man who was standing in front of me, we were on ground, we were just kind of floating. He says, "But it's not your time." And I went, "But I want to go." And he was conferring with someone else. And I could see him thinking, but I didn't know what they were saying. And he turned around to me and he said, "But it's not your time." And with that, he'd gotten permission to show me something about my life. And with that, I realized that I was no longer at Earth, because we looked down, and there was the Earth. We were way out somewhere in space. And there was Earth. And we were looking at the Americas. And the specific place that we were looking was on the West Coast. Now, I'm from Virginia, and this happened in North Carolina. And I was 23. I never even left the state. I was just young. And we were looking out at the Northwest area, Colorado, Texas, and down through California. And there were many people, a large group of them. And they were doing something pretty interesting. There were groups of 20, 30, 15, 1, 2, and they were doing a specific training. And they were doing something very unusual. They were like a pair of them, sometimes a pair, sometimes one, and a person would be laying on a table. Sometimes they would be standing up. And we would be doing this over top of them. Like that. And it was like a numbers game. We had to get as many as possible. We were processing as many people, and we were in a rush. We were really hurrying. It was very, very, very vital. And we were dressed in white. I hadn't figured this piece out, but we were dressed in white. And I said to him, "Are we nurses?" And he goes, "No, you're not nurses." I said, "Well, what are we doing?" He says, "You're opening people's hearts." Not physically. We're removing all the blocks from their hearts so that they can love and receive love from where I was at that moment. Okay? And in that moment, when I was looking down, every one of those people, when they were doing this work, okay, stretching across, not like this, but like this, going across their backs, every one of them simultaneously became aware of each other. It wasn't something they planned. It wasn't a harmonic convergence or anything else. We didn't plan it. It happened. And we became conscious of each other. And at that moment, the meaning of that came through to me when I was 23. That they, where I was at that moment, would send energy here. And it looked like a white bolt of energy. And it came in through our open hearts in the back and out through our hearts into the world. And we were there opening people's hearts so that they could be anchors for this divine energy to come into this world. And this world completely transformed within 3 seconds. And this light went into every crack and crevice, everywhere. And there was no darkness in this world ever again. Now, when I came back here, I pretty much thought that I had a mission from God. And I thought, oh, my life's going to be so great. Oh, my life has been a living hell. So I have tried to have all kinds of trainings. I've been looking for this. I'm a graduate of the Heart Math Institute, which has established that the heart itself is a living brain and generates, and this is proven fact, this isn't theory anymore, they've done all the work on it, and it's published in the AMA, that the heart itself has a electromagnetic field around it that's like a donut that inverts on itself. And it's 40 to 60 times greater than the brain. And it is through the heart that you get new answers, and it holds no past record. And when we're in it and tune it up, our body is influenced to the point where rods in your eyes do change, and you can see colors at depths you have never seen. You can see energy forces you have never seen. You cannot activate these rods in your eyes by using your brain. Your immune system will shoot up for 3 days. Your DNA will tighten. And things, when Brad talks about the resonance of things changing, the electromagnetic force goes out, being much like our energy force here. It goes out because of the motion. It propels out. But being a magnetic, it pulls it back in. So everything that goes out comes back in that resonance. And that's why thought is form, and this is thought too. But this pulls from something you've never had before. And everybody's experienced it. And I was hurt on the job and pulled this ligament in the back. And a friend of mine, I put on 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pounds in 3 months. I call this my romantic prednisone body. And because I was hurt and couldn't move, it was only then I was open to hearing about NECAN. Because I had heard about NECAN 2 years earlier. Okay? I did hear about NECAN, I bought a sleep system, and I'm now back to 100% function with no impairment. But what's really interesting is when I went to Anaheim, to the Team Diamond event, I was sitting there, and they had the diamond up there, and everybody was there, and I was going, gee, this looks really familiar. And all of a sudden they put a diamond there, and then they transformed it into a